Hey guys, it's Legomatic 9, and today I'm doing another review on Clone Army Customs minifigures. And today I have the complete Delta Squad here. I've got Boss, Sev, Scorch, and Fixer, all to show you guys today, and they are some magnificent figures. They're part of Tyler Page's, or Clone Army Customs, Wave 5 of his printed minifigures, and these are some of the best yet, and they are just amazing. So these guys, I believe Scorch and Sev were both $28 each, and then Boss and Fixer were $26 each, so it is kind of a high price, but it's definitely worth it, because these figures have a lot, and I mean a lot of printing on them, and they are just so amazing. So without further ado, let's jump into the close-up of all of these minifigures. So we're going to start off with Clone Commando Boss. Now, Boss is the leader of Delta Squad, and he is pretty awesome. The printing on this figure is just magnificent. The weapons I got with him are the standard DC-17 blaster, and then I got two of the Commando pistols with him. They come in pairs, I guess, so I got those. So those are pretty awesome. So we're going to take the DC-15 out of his hand for now. And I'm not really very familiar with the Delta Squad as of now. Like I know like a little bit about them, but I'm currently reading a book called Republic Commando 000, which features them and Omega Squad, as well as a few ARC Troopers and some Mandalorians. And so it goes real into depth with these guys. I'm not really that far into the book yet, but I'm definitely really wanting to go into that. But this guy has been featured in the Clone Wars TV series. He was in there for about 30 seconds, which was a real disappointment. But anyway, Clone Army Customs did a magnificent job with capturing all of the detail on Clone Commando Boss. So starting with the legs are just the standard Clone Commando template, and they just look amazing with the black, light gray, and a little darker gray detail. He's got some more black detail by his groin area, so you can see that. Now, the torso printing is just phenomenal. Like, this is just some of the crispiest, most clearest printing I've ever seen on this figure right here. And it is just, like, oh my god. It's got the 4 orange dots on his left chest plate, and then he's got the signature, like, orange kind of, like, swoop going on there, which it looks pretty awesome. Then he's got some more, like, it's just incredible how much detail is, like, on the torso right there. And then he's got, like, the neck region, like the collar region with the black and the dark gray. And then the arms are just magnificent as well. It's got all of that orange detail and all of the black detail and all of that little light and dark gray detailing on there. It just looks amazing. Then there's the other arm. The other arm is quite different. It's got, it's kind of like, it's almost like the inverted version of that arm. It's just like missing some printing up there, which is accurate. And then his helmet is really awesome. It's Clone Army Customs' own like mold for the Commando helmet, with like all of the little details, all of the orange details, and all of the black details, and all of the gray details that just look amazing. Like on the back here, you've got some black and some dark gray, and then you also have some really thin black lines on the back of his helmet. And then you just have printing going all around the helmet. And then he also has that awesome looking visor going on there with the blue in the middle. And it just looks awesome. And it kind of fades into a lighter blue and a white as you get into the center of it. And then under the helmet, now the only problem with these helmets is that it is kind of stiff. But that's not really anything you have to worry about. Under the helmet is a printed Clone Trooper face, which is on all of these figures, so I don't really have to take their helmets off. And then if you take the head and backpack off, you can see his back printing, which looks amazing as usual. And then he just comes with a plain white Commando backpack, like all of these guys have. I'm hoping he releases, or Clone Army Customs releases some printed backpacks, because that would really make these figures really awesome. But I'm actually going to paint all of their backpacks and make them accurate to the actual characters themselves, with all of the equipment and stuff they have loaded on there. So yeah, so that is Clone Commando Boss. Next figure up is my favorite out of Delta Squad, which is Scorch. Now, I remember Scorch was one of the very first, like, really rare, kind of, like, really awesome action figures that I got back in, like, 2005 or so. and I remember reading the bio, and I've always remembered this, is that he got his name Scorch because he scorched off his eyebrows during like some sort of exercise. I don't know, I'm not exactly sure what it was, but I just remember hearing that Scorch lost his eyebrows in some sort of incident dealing with fire. So Scorch has this anti-armor attachment on his DC-17, which looks really sweet, and I'm definitely happy to finally have this kind of weapon, so I'm just going to take that out of his hand for now. Now this guy, he just has so much printing on him, it just makes him look amazing. He's got the yellow and the black and the gray all over his legs, and the design on that just looks amazing. Then if you go on the side of the legs, it continues on the side of the legs, and it just looks outstanding. Sadly, there's no back printing, but that's nothing a little paint can fix up, and you're not really ever looking at the back of a minifigure. Then he also has printing on the inside of his legs as well, so you just have his like the dark gray printed on there as well. Looks really sweet. So I'll put him back on the stand. And he's got some really nice printing on his torso. It's just a white Commando template with some gray up at the top. He's got some really awesome printing on the arms as well, with the yellow and the dark gray. It's the same design on the other arm as well. Then the helmet is actually a white Commando helmet with all of this dark gray printing on it, which looks a lot better than Aerolite's helmet, because Aerolite's kind of has the, like, it's printed on a dark gray helmet, so the white is not white, it's more of like a light gray, which looks kind of bad. But anyway, I haven't really noticed any misprints. Like, there's one there, and then there's one on the back of the helmet right there, but I really don't care, because these figures are just amazing, so I don't really give a crap about those, because they're just amazing. Other than that, he's got the blue in his visor, like Boss has, and all of them have. He's got some designs on the top of his helmet as well. I don't think I showed this on Boss, but he's got the whatever they're called, the black lines on the top of the Commando helmet there. So yeah, it just looks amazing. Some more black detail on the back. Then head has eyebrows. Doesn't matter. So I'm just going to take his head off and his backpack off to show you the back printing, which looks really awesome. It's got the awesome dark gray and yellow on there. So I'm going to put all of this stuff back on. Here, hold on. So yeah, Scorch is really sweet, and he also has some printing on the bottom of his helmet as well, which just looks, it just makes the figure even better than it already is. So that is pretty much it for Scorch. My favorite out of the bunch that, out of Delta Squad and out of the batch that Tyler made, and it is just amazing. So there's Scorch. Next up, we have Sev. Now, Sev is the sniper in the Delta Squad, and so he's got his signature DC-17 with sniper attachment on there, so that just looks amazing. I'm just going to take that off for now just to show you guys the figure itself. So this figure has a ton, I mean a ton of printing, and it's like really like funky printing on it too, like with all of the blood stains and all of just the red and the, oh my god, there's just so much printing on this figure. It's just like amazing what Clone Army Customs was able to accomplish with this figure. So starting off with the legs here, it's got the dark red printed on there as the blood stains or dirt or whatever you want to call it, and it just looks amazing on there. And it continues on the side. Move up his hand so you can see that. So everything just looks amazing. It's all unique. It just all looks like beautiful on this figure. This is definitely a beautifully printed figure. Then just like Scorch, he does have printing on the inside of his legs. So you can see it there and there as well. So that it's just amazing, because it's kind of annoying to just see white in there when there should be printing in there. Torso, it's got some blood stains over on that side, and then he's got like all of the gray plating going on there with some blood stains on there. He's got some dark red designs and dark gray designs on his arms, which just look outstanding. Helmet is even better than I was hoping it would be. It just looks like glorious. This guy, for some reason, I'm not really sure if this might have been a misprint or something, but his visor's more white in the center than blue, like all of the other ones, but I'm not complaining. It looks amazing. And then he's got all of those blood stains and all of those unique markings all over his helmet. And then he's just got some black detail and stuff on the side and the back of his helmet as well. And yeah, so that's his helmet. Same face as usual, so I don't really need to show you guys that. He's got a white backpack, and then the back is just basically all dark gray. So, yep, there's the back of Sev. Let me just put them back together here. So Sev is really cool. Him and Scorch are my favorites. Now that I'm saying that, Sev and Scorch are my favorites out of Clone Army Customs' batch, and they just all look amazing. So that is it for Sev. Last but not least is Fixer. Now Fixer, as you can tell by his name, is the technician or mechanic or hotwire or whatever you want to call him in Delta Squad. Overall he's just got a ton of green printing on him, and it just all looks outstanding. So he's got this DC 17 blaster, same one that Boss has. I'm just going to take that out of his hand for now. And yeah, so his legs have a ton of printing on them. It's kind of hard to see. That's my only complaint about this figure is that the dark gray is kind of hard to see, and the light gray for like the shoulder pads and all of just the little details, that like the knee pads and stuff like that. But you can see it fairly decently on camera, and it definitely looks amazing. So he's got that nice green stripe going down his leg right there, and then he's just got some dark green stripes and light green stripes branching off of that, which look awesome. So if you look at it like that, it continues on to the side of the legs. So that just looks amazing. The belt and the that section right there, that is printed in green as well, rather than just staying white, which looks outstanding. He's got this really awesome green printing going on his torso. He's got 2 green dots on his left chest plate. And then moving on to his arms, he's got some really nice designs printed onto his arms that just look outstanding. Then on this side, it's pretty much the same thing. Actually, no, it's not the same thing, because that one just has a stripe on the shoulder pad, and this one is a solid green shoulder pad. So there's just so much little details going on, like just printed on there. It just looks amazing. He's got the Commando backpack, and then he also has the green belt printed on there as well. Moving on to his helmet does have the thin green stripe, whereas Boss has kind of a thicker orange stripe, so you can see the difference between those. So he's got the thinner green stripe, and if you look at him from a top view, it goes all the way to the top. Then it continues on to the back as well, with some black lines and some dark gray accents going through there. And then he's just got the blue visor as well, with some white and lighter colors in there. And then take off his helmet, same face. Then take off his backpack, and you've got some awesome looking green details on his the lower section of his torso, then also on the not exactly sure what it is, but the back portion. It's sad that I don't know what that part's called. So he's got some green printed on there, which looks awesome. So I'm going to put him back together. So yeah, that is pretty much it for Fixer. This was the last figure I got out of, this was the last one I bought because I ordered them in sections. So I got 3 for my birthday, then I ordered Fixer because I hadn't gotten him yet. So yeah, that is it for Fixer. So that is pretty much it for this review on Clone Army Customs' Delta Squad. These guys are some of the best figures that Clone Army Customs has to offer. I'm planning on picking up a few more around March if I go to Brickworld Indy. But we'll see. So these guys are just amazing. Check out Clone Army Customs' store. The link will be in the description below. And I just want to tell you guys that all of his figures are worth the price you will pay for them, because their printing is just amazing. The designs are just amazing. And they're just 100% worth it. So, like I've said before, check out his website, buy his figures. They are just amazing. I know I've said that a bunch of times, but I just want to get that across to you guys. So, without further ado, please subscribe, and also like my videos, comment on them as well. It really means a lot. Favorite if you like it that much. Check out my Google Plus account. You can add me to your circles on there. Also, check out my Flickr and Facebook pages. Follow me there. I post exclusive pictures, showcases, all that kind of stuff on those websites as well. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.